It's Rolex day! We have finally made it to the Rolex 24 Hours of Daytona, and it is race day. We have a long day ahead of us. My goal with this is to take you on all the things that I do as a motorsports videographer on a 24-hour race like this. And we're starting, if you've ever watched The Outdoor Boys, you know that the first thing that he does is he starts to build his shelter. And this is gonna be my shelter for the evening, the back of my sort of Ford F-150. Now, the last few Daytonas that I've done, I have not slept. And I used to think that that was like a rite of passage in, covering 24-hour races. But as I've gotten older, I really could use that sleep, I think. I get tired, I get worn down, and I get a little bit less creative. So I do have an Airbnb, but it's roughly 20 minutes away, and you just never know what can happen, right? So I've always felt like I needed to be available if anything happened. So I typically just haven't slept. Now, this year I want to sleep. I figured the best way forward was to actually get an air mattress for my truck and try to get some sleep inside my truck. So that's the compromise that I've sort of made with myself, and it's a bit messy at the moment, so I need to get this cleaned up. I want to get my bed, my shelter done now. I've been on an Outdoor Boys kick, and he always says that's the first thing he does, so that's where I'm going to start today. There she is. For better or worse. Casa Greg, right there. Now that's done, I am gonna get my stuff, get on my scooter, and take the very cold, long trip to the infield media center. It's very cold. This is not the sunny Florida I was promised. I have to wear gloves, but here we go. All right, made it. I'm going to thaw out really quickly, and then I'll show you what my desk setup looks like before a 24-hour race.
Basically, you just want to ride the caffeine high for 40 hours. So basically, we finish one energy drink, and as you're taking the last, it's like if you have 2 cigarettes. So you want to do one energy drink into the next energy drink. That way, at like 1 a.m., you'll just crash on the floor and pass out, and then hopefully you wake up for sunrise. Is that your plan?
Yeah.
Okay, so see, the 2 best have the best plan.
All right, hour 0. Here's the desk setup. Got a couple chargers to handle some of the stuff that we run out of battery on. Always keep those things on. You never know how much you're going to need. We have both cameras, Sony a7S III with a 24-70, the FX3 with a 100-400 on it. Everything's charged up, everything's ready to go. The MacBook, of course. I have some action cams in that bag, but for the most part, we're not going to be able to use those as much, so that'll turn into sort of BTS stuff. So this is a clean setup. It changes a lot, and we will look back in on this a couple hours into the race. All right, final few moments of sanity before it begins. So you saw my desk setup. I feel ready. The first thing we have on our agenda is we come out and we shoot the cars going through the fans on their way to their pit box for the recon lap where they set up for the grid walk. So it's the only real chance you have to get the cars going through the fan section. So I'm gonna post up there. There's always a lot of people. It's kind of hit and miss. From there, I'm gonna try to hurry to the Harder Racing pit box. It's the only time I can get a sort of pit stop. They do a practice pit stop, but we're not allowed over the wall during the race. So it's the only time I can get a fully suited, where they're in their helmets and their suits and everything, a pit stop from over the wall. So that part is probably the more important part than the car coming through the fans, but we're gonna try to get both. I wouldn't say my best work. People were walking in front of me for the car parade, which happens every year, and then the pit stop stuff was just, it's very shady on the pit box this time of day, so I got what I could, but Now the cars are coming to the pre-grid. The grid walk will open up. Those have become a big part of my long form edits. They help sort of build the energy. So I'm going to try to spend a lot of time with each of my 3 clients and really get some stuff that sort of builds a little bit more storytelling. Okay, this place is nuts. There are people everywhere. This is crazy. This is definitely the busiest it's ever been. I say that every year, but this is absolutely nuts. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna change a little bit. I think it's time to lose the beanie, and maybe more importantly, I think it's time to put down some food. We have about an hour and a half left of the grid walk, so I'm going to go put some food down, and then by then the drivers and the crew should be back to the cars, so it'll be a little bit more entertaining. I found some good stuff, some good atmosphere stuff, some good stuff on the start-finish line, so I feel pretty good about that. But I don't really have a plan for the start of the race yet, which is a bit of a problem, but hopefully I can come up with something. I think I'll start in the stands and just see where we go from there. Yeah, I'm gonna get some food. Here we go. Okay, here's where I'm at. I have no plan, which is a problem, and unlike me. But I know I want to shoot the start from the grandstands. Then I have no idea. I literally don't know. Most of what I'm looking for on the front side of this, I need a few pit stops from the Ferraris, hopefully the Lexus, and maybe one from the Aston Martins. It's hard to time those. I think I'm not really after turns. I'm just after atmosphere, I think. So I'm going to be looking for spots where there are fans and I can sort of shoot through them. I have like all the clean shots because we have the roar, you know, so I have like all the clean shots I need. But what I need, so I'm doing 2 long form edits. One for the Triarci Ferraris and then one for Aston Martin. And I need stuff to break up, to sort of mix it up. If you watch my last video, you know I got a lot of good driver stuff. Now I need some cars on track, but not clean shots. Shooting through fans, weird angles. Yeah, loose plan, but we'll start there. First stint in the grandstands is done. It's very loud, sorry. Like I said, I don't really have much of a plan, so I am on my scooter. I'm headed to, I can see the banking in turn 1 and 2 on the NASCAR Oval is casting some pretty cool shadows, so I'm gonna head over there real quick and try to get some. It's backlit, but the shadows are really cool, so and if you get down low, you can make the fence sort of in the foreground, and it looks really fast when you shoot it wide. So I'm gonna head over there before I go back and download what I got. But ultimately speaking, I feel pretty good about where I'm at so far. So something I don't ever really do that I'm trying to do more of this year is not just do on-track shots. So I'm literally just walking one of the fan areas right now, just looking for stuff to shoot, right? A guy stoking a fire, ask him if he can do it. It's a cool shot. It's gonna break up. It shows a bit more of the atmosphere of Daytona. Personally, I think I get so stuck on the cool car aspect, because that's what I sort of like, that I forget about all the people that are here. This is one of the biggest Daytonas that they've ever had, and I really want my edits to start reflecting some of that energy that's here. So I'm just walking around trying to find cool stuff, something I don't usually do, but want to do more of this year. I'm in hustle mode now. I wanted to get a pit stop sort of right pre-golden hour, and it took a little longer than I wanted, so I'm in hustle mode. I need to get out to my golden hour spot while I still can. So probably do golden hour, blue hour, take a little break. 9 p.m.-ish. The desk is starting to get a little bit messy.
Can you drop us off?
Starting to feel a little loopy. Starting to feel a little tired. Got some stuff. Nothing like amazing. In contrast, I had the best pit stop of my life during golden hour. So after I went through the footage, it was pretty good. So we are going to go stand in a massive line of photographers now and shoot a Ferris wheel shot. Then I might go revisit that air mattress that we set up earlier. Okay, we've arrived at Greg's video garage, where I'm going to sleep in my Ford truck. So it's about 1:30 right now. I didn't get quite as far as I wanted to get, but that's all right. I wanted to get 5 hours of sleep, but it looks like I'll probably get more closer to 4 maybe, but I want to be up by sunrise. Sunrise here is a great shot, so I definitely want to be up, but I'm going to hurry up. I'm interested to see how this air mattress goes. I'm going to warm the truck up and then see if I can fall asleep. So we will see you on the other side. I almost overslept, but thankfully I woke up because a loud Cadillac woke me up. So I'm going to rush out. I almost have missed sunrise, so I need to get a move on. My Greg sleep was, let's say, a 5 out of 10. I woke up once. It was quite cold. It was okay. For an air mattress, it was better than nothing. I'll say that. Like I said, I haven't slept on these deals usually, and I feel a lot more rejuvenated for 6 a.m. than I usually do. So, all right, I'm gonna get out there. No sunrise yet, anyway. Should have stayed sleeping in the truck. Instead, I'm out here freezing, looking at clouds. We have been blessed. Our patience has been rewarded. Uh-oh. No big deal, just a car on fire. Our patience was rewarded. We sat here for an awfully long time. But finally, we prevailed. The sun came out. Truthfully speaking, it was a bit high for me. I had to shoot pretty wide, so the fence was in the shot a little bit, but it's a pretty good way to start off the day. So now, I don't even know if you can hear me, but now I'm gonna run to the bus stop. Usually at this point in the race, there's a lot of sort of dirt and grime, patina, if you will, on the cars. So I'm gonna run back to the bus stop and try to get some slow motion, because this is probably the best light we're gonna get for the rest of the weekend on the bus stop. Okay, time to take stock. It's a yellow flag, so I made it to the bus stop, but time to take stock. So when I went into the off season, I was super burnt out, right? If you watch my previous videos, you know that. I really wanted to sort of try new things this year. I somehow convinced clients that to do more long-form storytelling, which is something I really wanted to do. So that was a plus. I decided that I was going to make a big push on action cams, which I've done, and I think for my first weekend, I would say pretty good. I feel pretty good about it. Not perfect by any means, but for my first go, honestly, it's more than I expected. So that's a plus. I'm completely caught up on work, besides like social media clips, which we'll get to just after this bus stop session. So that's a good thing. I feel like I'm in a good place with everything. I am very tired. I'm starting to feel very worn out, but just taking stock, I try to think about the weekend as it's happening instead of just after when you're worn out. So I feel pretty good. The only thing I think I'm actually lacking on is content in this vlog. So sorry about that, but this is really hard stuff, you know? I struggle to do this and my real job and think about both all the time. There are guys that do it and they're just, I've seen them work and they're just always on. And I struggle with that. So something I'm trying to get better at. If there's something you want to see in these vlogs more, feel free to let me know and I'll put them in. That might help. So appreciate you. Like the video if you like this content. We're 3/4 of the way through this puppy. Let's finish strong. Hopefully this caution ends and we get some good stuff at the bus stop. Alright, just did a round of pit stops. The way it works here, the pit window is roughly 45 to 55 minutes, so I just did a round of stops, got a full tire change, no driver change, but I'm going to go trackside for 40 minutes and then try to come back in and get another sort of daytime pit stop from a different angle. And that's how I'm gonna like treat the rest of the race. Go out, come in, go out, come in. I need to shed some layers though, it's getting warm, so I'm gonna do that first.
Jordan's falling asleep. So is Tyler. This is what zombies at the racetrack look like. This is what happens when you don't sleep on an air mattress in the bed of your truck.
My descent into madness is officially complete. I feel like I'm ready to be done. Unfortunate luck for basically all of my clients. One had a wheel fall off at the end of the straightaway, so that's not good. One blew a motor. One has a suspension issue. The other had contact. I have one car left, and it is leading the GTD class. So lots of bad, but one really good. So I'm gonna shoot some dirty race car for one of my clients to sort of that's how I'm gonna end the video. It's about 20 minutes left. I'm gonna head to the harder racing box and hopefully capture some celebrations. Alston.
Yes, sir.
How's your weekend?
Amazing. It was perfect. Didn't sleep. Still rolling strong. My car was in first place and got taken out, so we're in fifth. So I'm going to shoot some champagne, pack up, and go get some sushi.
How was your weekend?
It's over now, baby.
What was your favorite part?
Right about now.
All right, that's it for me. I'm going to wrap up before my podium starts here. Pretty exciting weekend. I think I need to decompress, but ultimately the headline is I wanted to put forth a lot more effort on a fewer number of clients, which I said in my sort of what's next video. I wanted to put a bigger effort on media day. I wanted to try to implement action cams. And ultimately, I feel like I did all of those things. I think there's a lot of room for improvement, but I also think I'm pretty happy with my sort of first pass at some of these things. So I'm going to focus on my work for a little bit, try to deliver to my clients. And if you watch this far, I appreciate you. Feel free to like the video if you want to see more. There's really no way to say that you like this stuff without clicking that little stupid button. So appreciate you guys for watching this far, and we'll see you in the next one.